Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today I will be reading something a little different from my previous two other videos. Today I will be reading a Haikyuu one-shot fanfiction written by 𝚃𝚊𝚐𝚜 respectively on Wattpad. So without further ado, I hope you enjoy. So editor Ajanks here. I want to say I'm sorry if you can hear the echo in my house right now, and also people are deciding to mow their lawn while I'm recording this, so I'm sorry if you can hear them in the background. It was another day in Karasuno High School where you would follow Tsukishima around along with Yamaguchi and annoy and tease him all day. The only difference between you and Yamaguchi is that you had a little something for the tall blonde. "Could you ever shut up, LN? All you do is talk," Tsukishima exclaimed as you guys walked through the halls to class. If it was anyone else, they probably would have sent some clever or witty response back. Instead, you let out a laugh and a grin. "You can try and hide it, Tsuki, but I know you love it when I talk," you teased your childhood friend as you watched him turn his head the opposite direction of you. "I mean, you're not wrong," Tsukishima thought as he tried his best to suppress the incoming blush. "Don't call me that." Tsukishima ignored your previous statement that sent butterflies in his stomach. Basically, the whole school knew about your strange relationship with tall people. You were a nice, outgoing, and open student who got along with most people. Tsukishima, on the other hand, was some blunt, mostly reserved student who took joy in others' misfortune. You and Yamaguchi chatted away while trying to add Tsukishima in on some parts of the conversation. "Can I watch you play volleyball today?" You guys were outside, eating the bentos that you cooked for the other two. You'd usually bring food for them since they loved your cooking, although Tsukishima would never admit to it. "No," Tsukishima bluntly said with an annoyed expression on his face. "Aw, thanks. See ya after school then," he responded while Yamaguchi tried not to tease both of his best friends. He, of course, knew that both of you had a crush on each other, but he wanted you guys to confess on your own. "Why bother asking if you're going anyways?" Tsukishima raised an eyebrow at you as you guys enjoyed the meal. You always went to their practices and matches ever since you started playing volleyball. "Because I love watching you guys play. It's so cool how you do that total blackouts. And who else am I supposed to walk home with?" you said dramatically, earning a laugh from Yamaguchi and yourself. You returned a raised eyebrow as Tsukishima tried not to flinch at your compliment. "Yeah, whatever." He brushed you off as you guys started to clean up. "Hey, what about me?" Yamaguchi asked in joking tone. "Oh, I guess your serves are pretty okay." It was after school and the three of you headed towards the gym. You waited on the benches inside the gym for them to change as you got out an easy homework you could finish quickly. "LN-san, come to watch our practice again?" You looked up and grinned when you saw Sugawara walk through the gym doors. "Of course! What else would I do in my free time?" You and Suga were pretty good friends despite you being a first year and him being a third year. "I don't know, think about Tsukishima-san?" Suga teased as he watched you turn bright red. He obviously noticed your crush on the tall first year with your open and flirty nature. "Shut up!" you exclaimed as you playfully pushed his shoulder. Both of you quickly caught up on anything new before parting for practice to start. Tsukishima came back and watched your exchange with Suga with an unreadable expression. Why do I feel like this? She's just talking with her friend. Why do I even care?" Tsukishima scolded himself as he had a scowl on his face. Tsuki, are you okay?" Yamaguchi waved his hand in front of his friend. He followed his stare on Wayan and Suga talking and laughing together. "Ooh, Tsuki, looking at Ellen, I see." Yamaguchi poked fun at the blonde with a grin on his face. "Tsk, as if." Tsukishima turned away and tried to hide the embarrassment of getting caught by one of his best friends. "Then why were you looking at Suga?" Yamaguchi responded. Before the teasing could get any worse, practice started. The only thing that could be heard as the squeaking of shoes, the sound of volleyballs getting spiked, and the occasional yelling. You sat with a small smile on the bench next to Kyoko, and you guys talked to each other with your eyes on the players. You tried to watch at least one other player than a tall middle blocker, but it was quite difficult for you. He looked so tall and so unbelievably attractive as he focused on watching the ball. Plus, since you barely watched anyone else, you caught him looking back at you a couple of times. You did so well, that was such a nice serve, and your receive was great. You compliment each player as you handed them their water bottle and towels for them. You lastly handed Tsukishima's water bottle that had a little dinosaur sticker on it. "I like the dinosaur, it suits you," you said while you watched him silently thank you for the water. On instinct, you reached up with a towel to wipe the sweat off his face and neck. You both blushed a bright red as neither of you moved away. "All done. Nice blocks, by the way." You grinned as you took his water along with the others back to the bench. Tsukishima stood frozen while watching your small figure walk back with a small smile pulling at his lips. "So, are you still not looking at her?" Yamaguchi questioned. Practice ended after a while, and during the whole time, you and Tsukishima would look at each other and you would give him a thumbs up or peace sign every now and then. "Time to go home," you exclaimed happily as you guys started walking when they finished changing back. "Yeah," Yamaguchi matched your energy as you had a small hop in your step. "Idiots." Tsukishima rolled his eyes at the two of you. "Hey, you know you love me." You wiggled your eyebrows at your friend with glasses while you jumped up to boop him on the nose. "Eh? Why would you think that?" Tsukishima probably said a little too quickly as he avoided your eyes. Yamaguchi, who came up with a plan beforehand to get you and Tsukishima to confess to each other, decided to say goodbye and state that he was going a different direction to visit his grandmother. "Bye! See you tomorrow, Yams! Tell her I say hi!" You waved a goodbye as you and Tsukishima were now left alone to walk home since you guys lived right next to each other. "Will do! See you!" Tsukishima didn't know whether to thank or curse his friend for leaving him alone with his longtime crush. "So, the taller one questioned as he glanced over at you for a second. "Do you find me annoying?" you asked as you peered up at the tall boy. It was always a question on your mind, and you figured you should know before you thought about confessing to him. "Of course," Tsukishima answered, without a doubt as he continued staring at the road in front of him. If it was anyone else, they would probably believe him. But after knowing him for so long, you could tell by his slightly different tone of voice he didn't actually mean it. You let out a laugh as you put your head on his shoulder and slightly leaned against his arm. "That's really funny." You drew out your words as you felt comfortable against him. Both of your hearts raced from the touch, but were silent about it. Your guys' houses were coming into view as Tsukishima's mind raced. "Should I confess? Why is this so difficult?" Tsukishima thought as he hesitantly placed an arm around you. You went a bright red, and a blush slowly rose up to Tsukishima's face as you turned and grinned at him. "Didn't know you were the touchy type," you teased as you saw a blush spread across his cheeks. "Well, whatever." He was about to pull away before you used your hand and placed it on top of his to keep it in place. "Nope, you're not getting away now," you said with a small smirk as you laughed at the flustered boy. You loved to annoy him like this since it also made you feel nice when he showed some emotion. You guys were right in front of your house as you began to pull away from the boy and bid him goodbye. "Good night, Tsuki. Expect a text later," you grinned when you saw him roll his eyes at you. Each night you sent a text to him that he would always complain about and call annoying, despite always answering within an hour. Before you could close the door to your house, you heard a familiar shout from outside. "Ellen, wait, I need to tell you something." You opened the door wide as you stared at the cute boy in front of you. "What is it?" you asked curiously, taking in the blush that he had with the little sparkle in his eyes. "Might as well give it over with. Plus, Yamaguchi would probably kill me if I wasted such a good opportunity," Tsukishima thought as he met your eyes, which he always admired. I wanted to say." He paused for a second to cringe at his stuttering and then reached forward to take one of your hands in between of his slightly bigger hands. I've liked you for some time now, and I was wondering if you would want to go out and be my girlfriend. Tsukishima sent one of his smiles that you loved so much as you grinned widely at him. "Aw, of course, I would love to. I like you too," you responded with a small giggle as he pulled you into a hug. Your eyes widened as you barely got to hug him when you guys were kids, but you hugged back tightly, nevertheless. You pulled back slightly with barely any space between the two of you. You go on your tippy toes and pulled him down slightly as your lips connected. It lasted a couple of seconds, but both of you felt dazed by the time it ended. You still find me annoying, Kei? Alright guys, that was the end of today's fiction. I hope you guys really liked it and I enjoyed reading this. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys next time.